Shalom, Israel. It's your brother New Breed coming through with another broadcast. Ladies and gentlemen, if you can hear me clearly, please put a 1 in the chat. Let me know if everything is streaming seamlessly. I see brothers and sisters rolling in. Geraldo's in the house. Terrific Tasha. Escobar's in the building. Jasmine, Clint. All right, Star Goddess. I see the ones. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. No weapon formed against us will prosper. We're about to have a very edifying stream. We got to talk about what's going on in the industry. Gilly and Walo, they get $100 million deal approximately 8 months ago, which I'll get into the details and semantics about that deal. And, this happened this year. And this year, Gilly's son happens to get eliminated in the streets of Philly. I'm going to put it out there. The industry is foul. I personally believe that Gilly allowed his son to pass through the fires of Moloch. These men cash that check. They're spending that money. And his son gets shot in the back. In the back. And as you can see, the wires are being jiggled. Do that because I know how the game is fixed. They don't want men of Yah actually covering this because I'm going to bring some real insight to the table. Deal from the words of Kanye. You see what they're doing, right? Now, it was a crappy deal. They signed a deal. Let me just break the deal down because the industry owns Gilly and Walo. They are not bosses. They don't own nothing. I got to ask you, Gilly and Walo, was it worth it? Let's see. You signed a 5-year deal with Barstool, $20 million a year. The taxes are $40 million, $5 to $6 million each year. But Barstool owns all the rights to everything. You could have made more money on your own. Yeah, Barstool keeps all the merchandise, podcast money, YouTube money, etc. So y'all, means they own you. And this is just a fact. And now we have another industry. Because I'm going to tell you right now, mark my words. They are Gilly and Walo sign on a dotted line. I want you to see the
former rapper and podcast host Gilly the Kid starts crying over his new $100 million deal. Now, we all know he's the host of the
Now, some would automatically believe that these are tears of joy. Look at Gilly's face. What I need you to understand, brothers and sisters, it says I'm going in and out. All right, we're going to take a break for a second. Yeah, be patient, brothers and sisters. Let me know when y'all can hear me clearly. Because this is what goes on. Put a 1 when everything is good. Put a one when everything is good. All right. We got the ones in the chat. All right. Okay, we back. Now I'm going to take my time with this because we got to slow cook these industry clowns, these sellouts, these agents, these NPCs. Yeah, because this the type of attacks I get. They try to disrupt my streams and all kind of things of that nature, but we're going to push through. Now I need everybody to hit the like button. Everybody to hit the like button. Now, I hate to repeat this, but I'm going to go back in case y'all don't hear the deal that they signed. 20 million a year for 5-year deal. The taxes are 40 million. 5 to 6 million each year. But Barstool owns the rights to everything. They could have made more money on their own. Money, you, etc. They own you. You are owned. Gilly and Walo are owned by the industry. Understand that. These individuals are sellouts and reprobates. Now, when you look at Gilly the Kid's face, if you are an emotional person, if you are an individual who somebody said it's choppy again, see, I have no idea why this is happening. Literally, I have the highest speed internet. I even have accessories that add speed to the internet. I believe it's the platform. Anytime I'm doing multiple streams in a day, this is what goes on. This is what goes on. And this is why there's not much traction that can be built on this channel. It has even gotten to the point when I'm streaming from my cellular device and I get a certain amount of people, they just bump people out. They don't want the channel getting traction, ladies and gentlemen. That's what's going on over here because they understand what's being built. Now, I'm seeing the ones. I'm seeing the ones. Now, if you look at Gilly's face, you would believe that he's just emotional because of the long road to 100 mil, everything that he's been through in life. And, you know, he just can't believe he's signing a deal for $100 million. No, this is the industry, y'all. This is the industry. When you get emotional for signing a deal, it ain't because you work so hard and all those countless hours is finally paying off. No, it means there's a sacrifice that is required. There's a sacrifice that's required. He knows what comes with getting that type of money. Listen, in Hollywood, you don't get $100 million unless something is required. And Satan wants a soul. There must be a soul required. Now I want you to look at this moment. Look at him. It's almost like he's hesitant. It's almost like he's hesitant. What is going on here? Gilly, what did you do, Gilly? Come on, man. Not your firstborn son. Doesn't that sound familiar, ladies and gentlemen? Your firstborn son being required. That's biblical, ladies and gentlemen. That's biblical. We have seen multiple father and son blood sacrifices in the industry within the last couple years. You got Ricky Smiley. You got a few others as well. If you can remember some, name them in the chat. But this is what's going on. This is what's going on, man. And earlier, I actually covered this story, and I didn't know about this deal. I didn't know about this deal. And there was already a lot of things in the story that was fishy. Yep, Dwayne Wade, his firstborn son, Dr. Dre, Magic. It's something about your firstborn son. In the Bible, he gets your inheritance. Oh, are y'all listening? In the Bible, your firstborn son is supposed to get your inheritance. Even if you got the commandments say, even if you got a baby mama that you hate and you got one that you love, still your firstborn son is supposed to get the inheritance. So guess what? This deal he signed, not only do he own, no, not only does he not own all his merchandise, his stream money, his AdSense revenue, but he don't even have his son to pass it down to. Because that's how the industry works. They let you have all the zeros you want in the bank. Because guess what? When you dead and gone, you cannot spend it anyways. It goes right back to these companies and these organizations as soon as they are done with you. Now, I want you to look at the face of Gilly. Look at Gilly's face compared to Rollo. Look, Gilly, you seem to be real emotional about this decision to sign on the dotted line. Oh, well, we can't call it a decision because we know you wanted to sign on that line immediately. Look at him. Tears are going to roll down his eyes. Wow, look at the emotion. Look at the emotion. Gilly, what did you do to your son, man? And don't get it twisted, ladies and gentlemen. Don't think I'm reaching here, right? Gilly the Kid and Wallo on December 16th, 2022, they received the keys to the city of Philadelphia. Yep, they have the keys to the city. $100 million. You got the keys to the city, but your son is hanging out on the block. Your son does not have a shoe in the rap game. So you rather him be in the streets than set him up with a business? Ladies and gentlemen, that's not making any logical sense. When you're a critical thinker, you know how much this doesn't add up, right? Why is your son hanging out on the block? The news is telling us that they don't even know where the shots came from. They don't know the murder weapon. All they know is 2 other people were shot, which they have not been named. And your son was the only one to perish. Your son was the only one deleted. You can't tell me that this makes any sense. I'm telling you right now, this is not adding up. They have the keys to the city. Gilly the Kid and Wallo, I'm reading from Vibe, have been awarded the keys to their hometown, Philadelphia. The $1 Million Worth of Game podcast hosts share highlights from the ceremony on their respective Instagram. That was Thursday, December 15th. Alongside with Councilman Kenyatta Johnson and Gilly's wife, Regina. So let me get this right. You got the keys to the city. You next to the councilman, but your son hanging out on a block and you got $100 million coming your way. He goes on to say, when accepting the honor, Gilly jokingly inquired, I just got one question. Do this come with front row Eagles or Sixers tickets? The crowd erupted into laughter. The duo has unabashedly been intent on pursuing philanthropic endeavors locally with the help of their platforms to do so. What's the use of all this philanthropy? What's the use of giving back? What's the use of buying bikes and Christmas gifts if you can't even keep your son out the streets? What's the use? Selena asks, are you going to delete this video too? No. Long as y'all can keep me aware what's going on and let me know when we have any discrepancies so we can try to rectify the situation, you don't have nothing to worry about. I'll keep it up. Y'all just make sure you let me know if something goes wrong with the stream. Don't have me in here streaming and you can't hear me. That doesn't make sense. And for the sister that says none of this matters, people need to focus on buying land. All of this matters. It matters because the people are, I think I know what you meant. I think you meant none of the money and selling out and trying to chase all this validation and all the rudiments of the world. None of that matters. I'm guessing that's what you meant. Because this story definitely matters. Because I don't think people understand how wicked this industry really is. And you look up to these individuals. And one day, the sister's right. None of the money is going to matter. And here's the thing. Why jeopardize your loved ones for this demonic system in this industry when the money is falling? And on top of that, what can you buy? What more can you buy? You brothers were already successful. It's like you can stack your bread up, you can make some money, you can buy clothes, shoes, cars, but is it really worth loved ones? I'm telling you, these people are demonic, straight up demonic. Now look at Gilly's face. I want y'all to pay attention. Anybody who have discernment in the building, let me know if you can see what's going on with the signing of this contract. The love of money is the root of all evil, which some coveted after. They have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. That does not look like tears of joy, ladies and gentlemen. That looks like tears of confusion. That looks like regret. That looks like he's facing a crucial decision in life. J. Miles Rue, thanks for the 10, says, with them taxes building up, he's not even going to see 100 million. A bullet does not care for your degrees or your boundaries. And this screams foul play right here. Absolutely. It definitely does. And right, Barbara's right. Tears of immediate regret. That's what it looks like to me. Somebody also said he doesn't look happy at all. Maybe he was forced. No, he wasn't forced. You got to understand, these rappers, they're taught their entire careers and their lives that money is the prize. That if you could just get $100 million, if you could just make a certain amount of money, you made it in life. And that's all that matters. These people will throw their own children under the bus for a bag. I'm telling you. Leviticus 18:21, and thou shalt not let any of thy seed pass through the fire of Moloch, neither shalt thou profane the name of thy God. I am the Lord. Now, you got to think about this. What is Moloch? What is the fires of Moloch? Why did people sacrifice their seed, their children, for earthly riches, ladies and gentlemen? When our people were delivered out of Egypt and walked through dry shod, what ended up happening was the people grew weary in the wilderness. And they started to build golden calves. They built the bull. And they started reverencing and worshiping the same gods of ancient Egypt. And they were actually placing their children on an altar. And they were getting rid of their children to get the riches that Egypt had. Because that's what was going on in Egypt. It was child sacrifice. There was ritualistic killings of their offspring in order to acquire success, fame, notoriety, earthly riches, material possessions. That's what they were doing it for. There's nothing new under the sun. Nothing new under the sun. These people are straight up demonic, man. Look at Wallow's face versus Gilly's face. Look what decision he's making. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I believe Gilly was the one who was introduced to the elites. Wallow may be in the dark about certain things, but better believe he know what's going on at this point. He gets it. He can be able to piece things together of them signing on that dotted line. And I want everybody in here to pound the like button. Pound the like button, because I'm seeing all kind of issues on my end. So do me that solid. But look at your boy's face. Look at his face. Yep, somebody said it's the Migos all over again. Exactly. When you look at how Gilly played the whole J Prince family fiasco, you know that he was recruited after that, right? Because everybody was waiting for Gilly to call J Prince out for not having takeoffs back, not protecting the young boy, right? Everybody was looking for Gilly, the so-called self-proclaimed king of Philly, to pull J Prince card when he went on the show, but he didn't. Gilly followed suit. Gilly, you know, he didn't outshine the master. He was following the 48 laws of power. He was acting within the brotherhood. He did a good job with that podcast to the elites. So they said, you know what? Gilly has a future in this. He knows how to be selective with his outrage. He knows how to be selective with his battles and fights. He knows how to be wise with certain things. You know what? He's entertaining as well. We're going to make him one of the biggest moguls. It's his time to shine. But Satan's going to need a requirement. That's right. Satan is going to need a requirement. He's going to need the blood of your firstborn son, Gilly. You want $100 million. You want to be a big shot. You want to be stapled in the annals of time, right? You really want to be the king of Philly. Here, we're going to give you the keys to the city. Can't no rapper say that. Cassidy can't say that. Meek Mills can't say that. But Gilly, we're going to give you the keys to the city. But your son going to perish in the trenches. Let it make sense. Cujo, thanks for the 5. Says Gilly energy remind me of Snoop before Pac died and Puff before Big died. All in the body language. That's exactly what it is. And when you can see, you can see. You can't unsee these type of things. When you got the spirit of the Almighty on you. I'm glad that there's some people in my chat that can see, bruh. Because if we go out on the streets talking about this to these NPCs, these meat suits, and these skinwalkers, they're going to look at you like you crazy. They ain't going to be able to connect the dots at all. That's why we got this community over here. And you got some dude from Philly saying, I'm trolling. You know what? I'm going to do you a solid and block you. And block you. You banned for good. Ain't no trolling going on over here. See, what you clowns, NPCs, and bots fail to realize is the Most High's people can see. In this world you live in, when you make a certain amount of money, there's requirements because Satan is the God of this earth. That's why the scriptures tell you to be happy with food, clothes, shelter, and raiment. It says, therewith be content. Not telling you that you can't be successful. Not telling you that you can't strive for more. But like I said, Gilly and Walo aren't bosses. They don't own nothing. They're working for Satan's system. They're working for Satan's industry. And if you got any discernment, you can see that these ain't just tears of joy. Look at this man's face. Look at his face. That's right. Sell your soul. Sign your name over. The minute where his pen touched that paper, Gilly the Kid's soul was gone, ladies and gentlemen. Do you understand that? The minute where he signed that contract, his soul was gone. They own him in all perpetuity. They own his likeness and they own his bloodline. John Insight, thanks for the 20, says the knowledge only comes with discernment. Exactly. They don't understand that. They don't have that. They can't connect the dots out here. Somebody said no respect for a young dude losing his life. What do you mean by no respect for it? I believe it's a travesty. I believe it's sad. But if you expect me to mourn for these industry puppets who are being controlled, who sign on a dotted line with the industry, if you expect me to have any type of compassion for Gilly and Walo, you are sadly mistaken. You're on the wrong channel for that. I'm not going to play no emotional games with y'all. Acts 8:20. But Peter said unto him, thy money perish with thee, because thou hast thought that the gift of God may be purchased with money. Is it really worth it? All that money and death. Is it worth it? Yep, Kevin said it right. He got that hard to breathe face. The silent oath. Now, y'all probably thinking, man, Gilly and Walo, they've been working so hard. They like brothers, you know? Nah, what's happening right here is Gilly, Walo is comforting Gilly. That's what's happening right now. It's all about how you see this. Right now, Walo is comforting Gilly. That's what's happening. You can see the dynamics in the body language. Gilly had a crucial decision to make. He had a crucial decision to make. And he made this decision. And now his son is no longer here. He paid with the blood of his first son. 1 Timothy 6:10, for the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they have erred through the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. The man's going to have many, many sorrows. But you're going to see Gilly everywhere. You're going to see him rise up, be all through the algorithm, get that 15 minutes of fame, the same way it happened with your boy Ricky Smiley. We got to stop acting like these individuals aren't walking abominations. We got to stop acting like the industry is not totally wicked and evil, y'all. I mean, seriously.
Down here with Nas. He at the dealership. He got that BMW sweatshirt
Enjoy your blood money.
on. He got that BMW sweatshirt on. You know I gotta
See? Vanity. Vanity. That's what it's all about for people. Y'all believe that this is life. Being able to purchase whatever car, whatever clothes, whatever jewelry. Romans 1:28. And even as they did not like to retain God in their knowledge, God gave them over to reprobate minds to do those things which are not convenient. They're reprobated. There's no amount of money in the world that would make me compromise my ethics and my integrity. I'm telling you right now, this is wicked. Now, let's continue.
BMW too. You know what that stands for, right? Black man win. Yes, sir. Oh yeah, but he just stopped that BMW outside, and when you get your car from Danny's Williams, don't want you to leave with your car.
Hey, don't think Gilly and Walo don't know what they was getting themselves into when they signed on that paper. You got to be a fool if you don't think these clowns in the industry don't know what they getting themselves into. Selena Rodriguez, you're now blocked. You're now blocked. All these foolish people coming out of the woodworks, coming out of nowhere, talking about New Breed is hating. Hating on what? You see the foolishness? See, that's all it takes is for these people to get in front of y'all and parade and have things and be shining, and you just don't pay attention to the details and the facts. The fact is, this man signed a $100 million deal and his son is now in the grave. And for the record, I got everything I need. I'm not desperate for money. Never was and never will be. Simple-minded idiots. Yeah, we getting a lot of bots and NPCs. They coming over here. A lot of the tethered ones are coming over here. All you AI individuals coming over here. Peep this, though. Peep this.
Unless you get it. Huh? Nah, let's get it. Huh? 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 BMW him. BMW him.
All for material possessions. That's what they do it for. Now, look. Let's see what the news has to say with the updates. And I'm going to start giving out more wrenches. Because there's a lot of individuals coming over here who are just straight up foolish. And we got to make sure they're not able to make their way over here. Hold on one moment. We're going to play some news here. All right, here we go.
While developing this noon, the son of a Philadelphia rapper, Gilly the King, was killed last night, and only 2 others were also hit. They survived. CBS News Philadelphia reporter Dan Snyder is live at the intersection of Masher and Nedrow Avenue, where the shooting happened.
Now, why was Gilly the Kid's son hanging out over there? Look at that neighborhood. I mean, damn. Ladies and gentlemen, look at the neighborhood that he was hanging out at, where he was shot in the back. This will be an unsolved murder. Mark my words, they will not find the assailant responsible. Why was he over there? I mean, the man was up in the trenches. Now, for those who don't know, Philly has the highest murder rate in the states right now. Somebody said ninjas just assuming ish. Since you want to use language in my chat, we don't use that in my chat. Don't come over here using no profanity whatsoever. You blocked. I mean, we can do this all day. See, when certain things happen in the celebrity field, you get to see who is who. Because they come over your channel and they want to watch. But when you come over here, you better be on your best behavior. If I even feel like I don't know what you're talking about, you getting blocked. Straight like that. And if you ain't got nothing to say that adds to what's going on in this conversation, don't say a damn thing at all. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Anyway, let us continue.
Good afternoon, Dan.
Good afternoon, Jim. Philadelphia police confirming 25-year-old Devin Spady was killed in that shooting right here. And of course, that has many fans stunned by the news. Close family friends are saying that Spady was the son of Gilly the King.
I'm not stunned, and they keep on butchering that man's name. They calling him Gilly the King. His name is Gilly the Kid. These people don't have no respect. They ain't even got this man's name right. That's crazy. But I can assure you that Gilly ain't surprised at what happened, and neither is Walo. Jude 118. How that they told you that there should be mockers in the last time who should walk after their own ungodly lust. Exactly. This is crazy.
Close family friends are saying that Spady was the son of Gilly the King. And Gilly, his podcast co-host Walo, confirming Gilly's son, a rapper known as YNG Cheese, was killed in an Instagram post last night.
Congratulations, y'all famous worldwide now, Gilly the Kid. Congratulations. Through the blood of your son, y'all's next podcast y'all do is going to have the highest numbers it ever got. Congratulations. Now that your son is gone, y'all can stay afloat for a few more years until the next sacrifice is required. And let's make this clear. These are not just senseless killings. These are not just random acts of violence taking place. This is not just people out here, being violent, gang banging, and thugging. No, this is deeper than that. Let me make this clear. The gangs are in on it as well. The gangs are in on it. There's a fraternal order that's out there, ladies and gentlemen. In this fraternal order, certain hits are able to be put out there. If Gilly the Kid and Walo are shaking hands with dignitaries in Philly, and his son can be murdered in Philly, and nobody has any answers, where are the shell casings? You mean to tell me Gilly don't know what's going on with the police? He don't have any police connections? Is that what you're telling me? You telling me that he got the keys to the city, but he doesn't have the best detective on the case. You telling me they haven't even released what type of weapon has been fired? You mean to tell me no ballistics has been put out there? That's what we saying right now. How many people got common sense that's listening to me? You mean to tell me that there's not reward money on the table? There hasn't been a bounty out yet with a man who has the keys to the city, a popular rapper, a mogul. It sure don't make sense. It don't make no sense. RC All Talk Things Basketball says New Breed is dropping knowledge. Truth everywhere. The entire story and its sickening players need to be exposed. Absolutely. They all be in on it. These be inside jobs, man. Y'all don't understand how subliminal that is, the fact that he got shot in the back. You know what that indicates? I want y'all to listen to me clearly. The fact that Gilly's son, YNG Cheese, got shot in the back, that indicates that somebody close to him did it. That indicates that it was somebody he more likely trusted. Let me make this clear. Somebody close to you, man. The first news brief I played told you they don't know where the shots came from. They don't know if the shots came from down the street, or they don't know if it came from within the crowd of people. They don't know where it came from. The bullet just came out of nowhere. In order for that man to be shot in his back, he had to be comfortable. He had to be in an environment where he trusted the people. Why is Gilly and Walo even allowing, or not at the very least checking up on his son? Why he up in the hood like that? I mean, you really got to think about this situation here. You really got to think about it. It's the same thing happening over and over with these entertainers, and nobody seems to get it. I know that we dealing with some idiotic people out here, bro. I get it.
Gilly the King. And Gilly, his podcast co-host Walo, confirming Gilly's son, a rapper known as YNG Cheese, was killed in an Instagram post last night. He said, quote, "Lil Cuz, usually when I talk to you, I got a lot to tell you. Tonight, the pain in my heart and tears spoke to you. I love you beyond life, Cheese. I got your father. Rest well." Police say so far no one has been arrested for that shooting. They are.
Wallow says, "I got your father. Rest well." Well, who had him? Who had YNG? Who had YNG? Because Gilly, he knows what it's like to be a Philadelphia rapper. He knows how dangerous it is. He knows that he narrowly escaped with his life, but you wanted your son to walk in your footsteps. Who had his back? Who had YNG's back? Now, this deal that they signed, $100 million. And for those just joining, let me explain the semantics of this horrendous deal that they signed. Because the deal is not a good deal. They pretty much lost ownership of themselves. We're talking about a 5-year deal, $20 million a year. The taxes come to a total of $40 million. That equals out to $4 to $6 million each year in taxes being taken away. But Barstool owns the rights to everything. They could have just made more money. Y'all got to understand. Barstool keeps all the merchandise, the podcast money, the YouTube money. They're all sold out. They're done. Do you understand when it comes to business, how much money you can make getting the numbers that Gilly and Wallow get without signing a deal like that? That deal was required because at any time on these platforms, they can start playing games with you. They already have the system in place. So these individuals ain't gonna see no 100 million. Satan always gonna lie. They're not gonna see nowhere close to no 100 million. Now, when we look at this deal they signed, right? With Barstool. Let's talk about the owners of Barstool. Yeah, let's talk about that. Who owns Barstool Sports? Barstool Sports is an American blog website, a digital media company headquarters in New York City that produces content on sports and pop culture. Founded by David Portnoy in 2003 in Massachusetts. It is wholly owned by Penn Entertainment. Now let's find out what Penn Entertainment is, because you got to follow the money. This is what they don't like when you follow the money. Penn Entertainment. Ladies and gentlemen, feel free to follow along, and I want you all to pound the like button. Pound the like button. Let's talk about Penn Entertainment. Who are they associated with? Who are their shareholders? Penn Entertainment. Hold on, let's get it. Oh, hold on real quick. I got it right here. Institution investors hold a majority ownership of Penn through 87% of the outstanding shares that they control. The interest is also higher than almost any other company in the casino gaming industry. So they're owned by casinos and the gaming industry. Guess who else owns the casinos and gaming industry, ladies and gentlemen? Are y'all listening? I want you to follow the money. The mob. Mob ties. So now they jiggling the wires again. Everybody liked the video. Everybody liked the video. Show these people that you want the information. Show these people that you want to know what's going on. And not just get these little wet noodle news briefs that's not really exposing nothing. Penn Entertainment and their shareholders. Oh, these are some powerful people. These are the people who own CNN. I mean, these are the individuals who are pretty much one of the largest institutions. I mean, Penn Entertainment owned Vanguard Group. Yeah, BlackRock, Fund Advisors. Here's the shareholders. You want to know? You want to know who's responsible for all this? Vanguard, BlackRock, Goldman and Sachs. This is who own Gilly and Walo. All you gotta do is follow the money. Yeah, that sports agency. Look, listen to me. That sports agency is owned by Penn Entertainment, which does the casino and gaming. The shareholders of the people that, the contract that Gilly and Walo signed, the contract they signed, they're owned by BlackRock, Goldman and Sachs, Renaissance Technology, Geo Capital, Massachusetts Financial Services, HG Vor Capital Management, Fidelity Management Research Company. Yeah, these people run CNN. These are very, very powerful people that Gilly and Walo signed on a dotted line to. So yeah, we'll give this company that we'll give you $100 million. That's nothing. That's chump change to these people. That's chump change. Chump change. They really require souls. So Barstool Sports, so follow the money once again, ladies and gentlemen. They signed this deal with Barstool Sports, $100 million. But they ain't going to see even half of that. They lost all their assets pretty much. Barstool is owned by what? Let's see if y'all paying attention. Barstool is owned by what? Penn Entertainment, Inc., which controls the casino and gaming industry. The shareholders include the major dogs, the big dogs. Yeah. Come on now. All for 15 minutes of fame. You got to be kidding me. That's why I tell people all the time, either you're going to work for yourself, you're going to build your own legacy, you're going to start to focus on networking with like-minded people, or you're going to work for this demonic industry, and they're going to keep requiring blood. You got individuals every day who ain't even on TV sacrificing their family for a few dollars. Matthew 6:24, no man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to one and despise the other. Ye cannot serve God and mammon. What are we saying here? Y'all keep on falling for these damn celebrities all you want. I don't trust near one of them. They all gonna burn in hell for their vanity. They chose mammon. And because a lot of these clowns that joined up in the chat are willing to bend over backwards and sell their souls, they in here in they fee-fees. They think I'm supposed to be over here mourning for these people when I see them signing on the dotted line. They know what the hell is required. Gilly is forever a sucker. Do you understand that? They're sellouts. Somebody said crabs in a bucket. Who's the crabs in the bucket? Who? Because the Most High God is going to pull them down. I ain't got to pull them down. I'm just telling you the facts of the situation. Leviticus 26:30, and I will destroy your high places and cut down your images and cast your carcasses upon the carcasses of your idols, and my soul shall abhor you. These people are wicked. The Most High God is going to tear these individuals down, and the Holy Spirit is in this room too. The Almighty is using me at the moment as a vessel to wake my people up. And there's people in the chat who are coming with those precepts and those line upon lines. Iron is sharpening iron, and that's how these broadcasts are supposed to be. The truth is coming out. Somebody said, why you so mad they lost their son? Blocked. Listen, I'm going to tell you something. No idiots, no fools, no NPCs, no bots, no people who lack critical thinking skills. I don't want you here. Let me make this clear. If you cannot think critically, you are not welcome on my channel. I only want the most intelligent people over here. If you super slow, you don't belong over here. Let me make this clear. My music is for those who are intelligent. My streams, my broadcasts are for those who are intelligent. You meat suits who then got Moderna, Pfizer, and Johnson & Johnson, and you running around here drooling, watching corn all damn day, chopping at the bit to jump in somebody's chat and just say something. You will not last on my channel. You individuals who have been conditioned by the Christian church to be emotional and not have no logic and common sense whatsoever, you won't be over here. Them demons cannot survive on this channel. Let's make this clear. The demons can't survive over here. You get blocked. Some of you are gonna come and go. That's okay. But don't put yourself out there and just get stomped out here. We're not playing those games. The person says, so you're slow for asking a question. You blocked. Good day. It's a block party. And you notice how I'm not even answering these dumb questions. You're just getting blocked. These people are vexed by the spirit. And if you haven't seen the entire stream and seen all the evidence that's been brought forth, why are you even commenting? This is why I tell people to turn that notification on so you can get the videos as they're being uploaded. Soon as I stream live, you want to be in the building. So you don't just say things without knowing what happened, because only a fool will make comments without knowing the situation.
Still looking for the gunman. The other 2 people shot last night are in the hospital, and police say they're stable. So far, we have not heard from Gilly the King himself, understandably so. In Olney, Dan Snyder, CBS News, Philadelphia. Jim?
Thank you, Dan, for that update.
Well, it is understandable we haven't heard from him yet because he's somewhere pulling a Quavo. He's looking in the mirror being haunted by the ghost of his son right now. That's what Gilly the Kid is doing. Gilly the Kid is standing in the mirror trying to see if he can still see a soul there. He's trying to find some hope that, he can get salvation. He's being haunted right now, same way Quavo was. It's a terrible deal. What costs a man to gain the world and lose his soul? Somebody said the news actually called him Gilly the King. Yeah, I peeped that. They called him Gilly the King over and over. I'm telling you, man, wake up. Open your eyes, man, to what's going on here. It's wicked. Psalms 1:1. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. Exactly. And that's the $1 million worth of game Gilly should have been teaching his son, not hanging out in a damn hood. Not hanging out in a damn hood. How could you be on your podcast trying to teach all these young men and try to save the streets when your son out here in the middle of the hood? What's going on? Gilly the Kid is forever trash to me. I don't want to hear. I will never support $1 million worth of game. I will not watch not one show. The man is a straight up hypocrite. And you can tell what a hypocrite is by looking at how their children are growing up. You can see what a hypocrite is based on their fruits. I will never support that content. And I used to watch Drink Champs. And after Nori did what he did with Ye, I never watched it after that. When he showed himself to be a coward, I never watched that show after that. Same thing with $1 million worth of game. I used to check in every now and then. I didn't like how he dealt with the situation with Jay Prince, and I felt like he was aligning himself with mob ties. And I started to lose respect for him then. But this right here, oh man, this right here, that tops it. Simo, gang, thanks for the scripture. Says you cannot drink of the cups of the Lord and the cup of devils. You cannot be partakers of the Lord's table and the table of devils. 1 Corinthians 10 and 21. Exactly. Exactly. And see, the lukewarm in faith and the people who don't have discernment and don't have the spirit, they believe that all money is good money. Yeah, Jay Prince had them shook. They believe that all money is good money. They believe all money comes from the Lord. That's what the Christian church taught you. Y'all out here believing because you see somebody with $100 million check that they blessed. Oh, that's what you think blessings are, huh? Oh, I get it. So you think the currency that they print off like Monopoly paper is salvation. I'm telling you, man, we in a time where Satan is willing to give anybody the rudiments of this world if they willing to put their own family at jeopardy. The industry is foul. Mercado Nunes, thanks for the 20, man. I appreciate the support. The industry is beyond foul. Straight up blood money. These individuals are defiled. Could you imagine the agony this man's son was going through after being hit in the back, laying in the streets of Philly in the slums, bleeding out? All while his father sitting on 100 mil, or at least got 100 mil coming his direction. Anybody who know anything about the industry, you know it's ran off nepotism. He should have already had his foot in the door in the rap game. But Gilly wanted it for himself. Yeah, that's what happened. Gilly wasn't just trying to put his son on with his own connections. Nah, you don't think Gilly has connections within the industry? You don't think Gilly has individuals he could have called up and said, hey, yo, do me a solid and put my son on a track. Throw my son an alley-oop. Let him work for it. But look, I don't want him on the streets trying to get street cred. Hey, throw him an alley-oop, put him on a track, and, you know, let him get his own momentum going. You don't think Gilly the Kid could have done that? The reason he didn't do that is because Gilly is signed with those people. He signed that contract. It don't work like that. Everything has a paper trail now. At the level that Gilly is on, everything has a paper trail. So Gilly had to do it a different way. And when Gilly tried to make those connects, you know what the powers that be told him? Allegedly. Nah, that's your actual sacrifice right there. We're not putting him on. We're not throwing him in the game. You think you're gonna get all this money for free? Huh, not in this world, homie. You're branded by the devil. It's over. They own you. I'm telling you, man, the industry is sick. You people keep on believing. Keep on believing that these murders with father and son just keep happening in the industry, and it just happened. It just happened to happen. He lost his son. It was just a senseless crime. It was just a random act of violence. It just happened, but nobody got caught. This man got the keys to the city, and there's no evidence on the table. It's an unsolved murder mystery, just like the rest of these individuals. How many rappers, entertainers gotta die without nobody finding out who did it before y'all say, you know what? Maybe it's a pattern here. Tupac, Biggie. I mean, damn, the list just goes on and on. Trevor, thank you for the 5, says he knew well in advance years ago that this was going to happen. Well, he knew at least 8 months ago when he signed on that contract. He knew at least 8 months ago. And one more time, I want you to see his face when he signed the contract. I want you to see the look on his face when he signed that contract. He knew. He knew. He knew. Look, it looked like they drunk that whole bottle. That's an empty bottle. It looked like it took him a Wallow to get liquored up. It looked like they had to get liquored up just to sign the paper. Just to sign it, he had to get good and twisted. For the love of money, bro. For the love of money. Yeah, that's that look. You know, that look is like that look Tupac had when he was in that car. When he was in Vegas and he's about to pull off and that was his last day. That's what that look looked like. Like, yo, this is it. And for the ignorant and the idiots, they would think, well, maybe he's just crying because of all the hard work and these are tears of joy. Man, listen, let me make this clear. You don't see too many gangsters who've been in the hard streets of Philly showing some damn tears of joy on camera. Some damn tears of joy. Y'all been rapping like y'all was millionaires for years. Ain't no damn tears of joy. Those are tears of instant regret. Straight up. Yup, Gina said, ain't nobody crying in joy in Philly. Facts. The look on his face say it all. Fishbowl, thanks for the 10, says this brother, you're higher from the land gathering NC. You on fire, Breed. Keep that energy, my brother. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Thanks for the support. Yep. Look at this. This is, somebody said it. Letitia said it. This is guilt in the highest degree. She can see. Thank the Most High, some people can see. You know, Meek Mill had a similar look on his face. No, actually, it wasn't Meek. Rick Ross. He had a similar look on his face when Meek Mill signed to MMG. If y'all remember that, Rick Ross had the similar look, bro. It's like, damn, another one. Look, they didn't finish one bottle, and it looked like the seal on that one about to get cracked. Why you got to get so inebriated? Why you got to get so twisted to sign on the line? Oh, I get it. Y'all gonna say, oh, they just celebrate. That don't look like a celebration to me, bro. This don't look like no celebration. 2 Timothy 3:13. But evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived. Yes, evil men shall wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived. That's what's happening. To the brainless and the lost out here, the delusional, y'all deceived. Y'all deceived out here, believing that these entertainers ain't sacrificing their family, believing that they're not selling their souls and signing on a dotted line. I just did a video the other day of the female rapper. I forgot her name. I think it's Suki Hana or whatever her damn name is. I just did a video yesterday, in fact, of this woman breaking down in tears telling you she signed on the line. She's telling you she signed on the line. She signed a contract and sold her soul to the devil. And sold herself to the devil. And she was in tears. And guess what? It was a whole hell of a lot less than $100 million. If you look at Sukihana's deal, it was a whole hell of a lot less than 100 mil. So you telling me that when Gilly and Wallow signed on the dotted line for 100 mil, it wasn't worth their souls? You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. These rappers, listen, Gilly, let me tell you how lost some of y'all are out there. Some of y'all so lost. If Gilly get on camera the next couple days and say, you know, man, I made it. Rest in peace to my son, but I sold my soul. Y'all still wouldn't believe it. Y'all still wouldn't believe it. Gilly himself can say it. You wouldn't believe it. You know why? Because you're under a strong delusion. Y'all would say that man just trolling. I'm talking about, yeah, Hester Glacier, they lost that sea. The 2/3 are done. The 2/3 are done. Yeah, that girl Sukihana went through the humiliation ritual out there wilding out in UK. Yep, Litmo says these people that pretend that they don't believe this going on is the ones who sold their souls too. Exactly. That's exactly what it is. They want to get over here and accuse me of trolling when you actually on my channel the one damn trolling. Imagine that. Accuse me of trolling while you over here trolling. 2 Corinthians 4. While we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal. See, these entertainers are carnal. They only go off of what they see. They only going off what they can acquire in this physical realm. They're not looking at the afterlife. They're not looking at what's going on in the spiritual realm. They looking at what they got. They can wake up and jump in a nice car. That's all life is about. That's all life is about. Well, my son ain't here no more, but I do got this bag. I can see Gilly now trying to reason with himself right now. Yeah, my son ain't here right now, but I got that bag though. I did it. Imagine all the people I can help. Listen, all them tax write-offs ain't helping nobody. Them tax write-offs ain't helping nobody. And here go another one getting blocked. I mean, I don't know if y'all just like getting blocked, but don't you realize you can't undo it? And it's so funny because when you do that in another person's chat, you troll and you say idiotic things, nobody be on your side. How much of a low life can you be? You saying these dumb things in the chat and nobody's on your side. And all you get in return is blocked. That's crazy. That's the level of your existence. Look at your boy face. Says it all. Well, there you go. Shang Tsung, your soul is mine. There it go right there. There's the minute where Gilly the Kid lost his soul. That the minute, this is the second where he done effed up. When he signed this contract right here, this is the moment where we know death was going to come. We knew death was going to come. We knew somebody was required. He might have had a choice between his wife and son. Same way when DC Young Fly's woman passed on. All of a sudden, his show was #1 on Netflix. I think it was a stand-up. This is how it happens in the industry. Somebody got to go. If you want to ink out a deal that's going to get you a lot of notoriety, a lot of fame, a lot of success, somebody got to go, man. And y'all, pound the like button on the video. Let's get them likes up. And this is a blood contract, fact. I mean, I think that this video explains a lot. His son is no longer here right after this. Right after this. Your man got the keys to the city in Philly. He got the keys to the city. I don't think y'all understand what this came with. Hold on, let me share my screen. Hold on. I don't think y'all understand what this came with, right? Look at Gilly and Walo next to dignitaries. Look what's behind Gilly after getting the key to the city. What's behind Gilly? Let me see if y'all paying attention. What's standing behind Gilly? What's standing behind him? Talk to me. Talk to me. What's behind him? Yeah. Y'all see the fallen angel? You see the fallen Greek god next to the mayor? He signed on a dotted line. He gets the keys to the city. He's next to the dignitaries. And now he's taking photo ops with the fallen angel behind him. Stop playing with me. Talking about somebody trolling. Yeah, that's a demon back there. That's the demon that allowed him to sign on a dotted line because he actually got the keys to the city first. He was already a shoe-in. He got the keys to the city. And months later, he signed that contract. You know why? Because he's already been briefed. Yeah, he's been briefed in. He's in that circle. Gilly's officially in the crowd. He's in the group. Gilly is officially a part of the individuals, the gatekeepers that Ice Cube was talking about. Yeah, he's officially a part of it. He's with the gatekeepers, y'all. I mean, so let me get this right. The keys to the city, signing a $100 million deal, his son just randomly being shot in the back, no murder weapon, nobody's being brought to justice, no evidence whatsoever. They have no leads, no nothing, and he's shot in the back. Let's put this out here. Gilly is straight boule now. He's been through the ritual. He's been ushered in. He's no longer the voice of the streets, Philly. He's no longer the streets. Do you know how damning this broadcast is? If the people would share this everywhere, do you know how damning this would be to their whole platform? Because the evidence is written all over the wall. There you go, fallen angel. Yeah. Then look, peep this. It says, let's read up. They were awarded the keys to the city. We already read that part. It says, this past Thanksgiving, Wallo planned to give 15 women with a shopping spree at a local Target, but after realizing the store was closed for the holiday, he blessed those who showed up with cash. Target is actually closed today, but obviously I'm still out here slapping it to the pocket like a rocket. Pocket like a rocket. Takeoff. Mob ties. Pocket like a rocket. He shared via Instagram. I'm trying to tell you, gentlemen, take them to Target. They love Target. Now, watch this. For Christmas, the men are co hosting another giveaway. This is all tax write off money. Now, back in October, it was reported that the esteemed duo signed an alleged $100 million deal with Barstool. So, let me get it right. Now we got the right series of events. I was correct the first time. Signed the deal. Then he was awarded keys to the city, and just months later, his son was killed. Very interesting. Very interesting. So after signing on a deal, that's when he got briefed. That's when he went through the rituals after he signed that contract. It goes on to say, Gilly and Walo shared an emotional video to Instagram of them signing a contract as they blasted Rick Ross and John Legend's Rich Forever in the background. No, you're rich until the next 20 to 30 years when you die. And then these Barstool and Penn Entertainment are going to take back all that money. You don't even have your first son to pass it down to now. So your legacy doesn't live on, sir. Previously, their deal with Barstool from 2020 was worth $3 million in exchange for a 50% ownership stake in the show. Wow. So Pete what it just said. It says so they only got $3 million but gave up 50% the first time. Yes. They gave up half their money, half of their proceedings, and half their earnings to the show. But guess what? The revamp deal that they got, they gave 100% of what they get from the show. 100% of merchandise. 100%. They don't own nothing. Only the money that they're giving you. So you actually got cheated. Y'all got finessed for your soul, and your son paid the price. But I thought you were street smart. You can't convince me that y'all was out here trapping and y'all don't understand simple math and you don't understand your potential. You cannot convince me you was on the streets out here making those moves and you ain't fine and you're not mathematically on point. You can't tell me y'all was drug dealers. I don't believe that. Y'all was rappers. Fools. Y'all my age. How the hell y'all signed? That's a young boy contract. You can't tell these rappers nothing. You can't tell these rappers nothing about how to move in the industry. Only thing you're going to do is lead them to signing 360 deals and losing their dynasty. Y'all not qualified to sit on no podcast and teach them nothing. It's like, did y'all even read the contract? But there go your boy. After signing the deal, the fallen angel is behind him. Now notice the posture of the fallen angel. Notice, what is the fallen angel doing? Are y'all paying attention what that fallen angel is doing? He has his head on his head, bowing in shame. Y'all not listening. Y'all are not listening. Proverbs 10:22. The blessings of the Lord, it maketh rich, and he addeth no sorrow with it. The blessings of the Lord maketh you rich, and he don't add sorrow with it. But the blessings of the devil. Oh, the blessings of the devil, that's a whole nother ball game. I'm telling you, man. that demon that's holding his head in shame, that demon now lives in Gilly. And I'm going to tell you something like this. Let me break it down. We can see you, Gilly. And I'm talking about the children of the Most High, the children of the light can see you. And nothing done in the dark won't be brought to the light. And the scriptures tell us that the prayers of the righteous availeth much. And you know what? Our prayers are dangerous to your whole industry. They can't even, let me tell you something. You can't even fathom the power we have when we pray against the evil that you got going on. Bunch of damn studio gangsters. I'm telling you right now, man. If you can't see what's going on in this industry, you're doomed. You are a lost cause. Seriously. If you don't understand the simplicity of Christ at this moment, you bound to drown. I'm telling you. But you know, people gonna say we're conspiracy theorists. Oh, y'all calling it a conspiracy, huh? Oh, I get it, right? Yeah, we conspiracy theorists. That's what they say. Somebody said, how do they sleep at night? A lot of them don't. A lot of them don't. 1 Peter 3:12. For the eyes of the Lord are over the righteous, and his ears are open unto their prayers. But the face of the Lord is against them that do evil. The face of the Almighty is against you, Gilly and Walo. Having your political connections that you got and the keys to the city and having, having a $100 million deal, it ain't going to save your soul. And you know, the crazy part is New Breed Global Truth was able to meet up with dignitaries in Africa, able to get respect globally. And I ain't sold my soul. So what that goes to show you is the Most High's blessings don't come with no drama. It don't come with sorrow. We was awarded land over there. But you know, it is what it is, brothers and sisters. I got more content coming. I'm going to be following this story quite closely. I'm waiting for Gilly to finally speak. And when he does, we're going to talk about that. And we're going to really get into it. We're going to break this down because I'm not going to keep my foot off their necks in this situation. I see the fallen angels. I see the entities that's operating. I understand what this industry is about. And, you know, it's going to fall. So, ladies and gentlemen, share this video everywhere. Thumb the video up. Let me know in the comment section what you think about all of this. For the ones who can't see, spare your words. Because you ain't going to do nothing but curse yourself talking crazy out here. But y'all have a safe one. Shalom and peace.